Hello and welcome back to Gospel First. And today we're going to be focusing on Romans chapter 7 to 8. And it's about that elephant in each of our lives that we want to be freed from. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you're really trying, but it's never enough? That tension is real, and it's exactly where Paul starts. So let's begin. So in Romans chapter 7, verses 15, Paul describes this tension clearly by saying, "What I hate, I do." Now that's internal conflict. Again, in verse 18, he says, "I want to do good, but I can't carry it out." That's in verse 18. So here's some insight. The struggle shows that awareness of what's right, the inability to fully live it, and the need for something greater than willpower. There was a season in my life where everything felt like pressure. Pressure at work, at life, faith. I kept adding on expectations, and I thought that was discipline. It wasn't. It was weight God never gave me. People think discipline solves everything. It doesn't. Discipline helps, but it can't transform the heart. Then Paul continues and says in Romans chapter 7, verse 24, "Who will rescue me?" And then he gives the answer in verse 25, Jesus Christ. And then we see Paul shifts in Romans chapter 8 and says, the Spirit gives life. Now, it's not about trying harder. It's about living differently. And here's the key principle. Victory is not self-improvement. It's spirit dependence. Not with constant guilt, not with endless pressure, but freedom in Christ. Now think of a child learning to walk. They fall constantly, but they're never rejected. They're helped. You don't win the internal battle by force. You win it by connection. So in closing, Jesus doesn't stand at a distance waiting for you to improve. He steps toward you while you're still struggling. Jesus doesn't just forgive your past. He empowers your present and secures your future. So here's the thought for today. Are you fighting alone, or are you actually walking with Jesus Christ? Well, that's it for another week. Thank you for staying faithful to the journey. May the Spirit continue to fill your heart and draw you closer to Jesus Christ. If your heart feels even a gentle nudge, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share so that we can spread the gospel of Jesus Christ together. And I'll see you next time as we continue our studies in the book of Romans, chapter 8 to 16, where we'll discuss nothing that can separate you from His love. Until then, God bless.